fermenter. So then we can just drain the yeast out whenever we need to.
And how would that work?
He's
So-
gonna have to.
So basically, there's
Do some
a
stuff.
valve at the bottom of
Yeah,
of
it's
if I
a
said
cone
this,
at the bottom.
and with a
instead
filter
of
with
being
a
flat.
with a filter, or I mean, how does that work?
No, just a valve that you can open it up, and then all that sediment of the yeast, you just get out.
Doesn't the beer come out when you do that as well? Or?
No, you just take it out real slowly because it's just sitting in that cone. All coming down
like
into
just
the
like
middle.
just like a big coffee filter. At the
Yeah,
bottom. Okay.
yeah. So it all just kind of it's heavier, so it all comes down there when the valve's open. And then what's cool is that you can have a valve that has a stem that goes up into past where all that sediment usually falls, and then it just pulls beer out
That
from the bottom
that's-
above the yeast.
that sounds like
That's how we do it. But this is homebrewing.
This is.
This is homebrewing. So you lose a little.
Well, you gotta understand, we have access to the guy that can build this shit.
Yeah, I know. So Steve, I hope that he wants to build a fermenter.
For the brews?
No, for the.
I thought you were talking about for the whiskey.
Distillery?
Whiskey,
Still?
Yeah, I gave that magazine, and there's a lot more reading to do on that. That is valuable.
Man, how do you know how much CO2 is going in there? Because it looked like you just...
It's just a guess. Well, it doesn't matter for that stuff. But this
Just
part,
enough
this
pressure
next
to
part's
take
like that.
Just enough pressure to get it going.
This one's probably, what do you do, 30?
What do you call that? The nipple with the hook coming out of it?
This?
That thing, yeah.
Oh, it's the downstem. That's what I always call it. But I don't know what it's actually called.
I think they call it a thief.
Okay.
the thief's cane.
Yeah. It just kind of goes in there, but I think that's just for a sample, if that's what they call it. You just wanted to sample a little bit of it.
Someone keep track of time a little bit.
Yeah, you got it on here.
Only want about a minute.
1 minute?
Yeah.
What are you doing right now, Matt?
So now it's forcing the CO2 into the keg by just agitating the liquid and the gas together.
Yeah, you started at 3.
Here, 250.
This is called snodgrassinating it.
How do you test for alcohol content?
You check how much sugar you have at the end of boil,
No, but when you have the final product.
and then at the end of fermentation, like right now when we were transferring, we could take some out of what's in there right now, and see how much sugar is left in it by specific
But there's got to
gravity.
be some way to just actually take the finished product and.
Oh yeah, White Labs and stuff like that can do that.
Well, no, I mean just like it ought to be a fairly simple test, I would think. At what temperature does it do something like boil or do something like that, right? I mean, you guys do it that way though.
I've never known how to. I've never figured that out. Actually, there might be a way. There's probably.
'Cause, I'm guessing when these guys write
exactly- that was like-
the label, they're not doing it based on what they started with. They're doing it.
Min 05.
But I don't know. I mean,
No, I think you got to know the beginning sugars, so you know you can find out the last sugars, what's remaining in it. But how would you know where it started at?
I'm just thinking there's probably got to be a simple home test for testing the alcohol content of any
Probably
substance.
is. Yeah.
And it's probably a boil test, something like how fast does it boil, or what temperature it boils at, or
Freezing.
or freezes at, or something.
Freezing.
Yeah.
How much water? At what time does it freeze?
Like that. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't know.
If it freezes quickly,
It-
it's got more
It
water.
seems like one of those
which
chemistry
would mean
101 type things, you know. Like
Destroys
there's
it.
alcohol has like specific properties
Yeah,
that
freezing, I bet.
Yeah.
And time and
When you buy beer, is the alcohol ABV on it from before before or after?
it's usually an estimated ABV for beforehand, and then tested afterwards. And
That's been a minute. Okay, yeah, it's
you're
just a minute.
given the final thing at the end.
Well, the second one was just on a minute. You had it like on a minute, so it doesn't matter. You know what a minute is apparently.
I've done that quite a bit. But
By the way,
it's a guess either way.
a minute has passed.
Let the record show.
It's pretty tasty.
It's either that or Sierra, but I like Avery lately, so.
I think I've had the Sierra Porter.
A lot of crap in there.
Down in the
figured-
corner it says
I figured you might be part of the Illuminati, so I get you the New World Porter.
I hope all that shit floats down in there.
good one. Real good
It's a
one.
real pain in the ass when it gets lodged in there. You have to like shoot it back down, and then hope it just doesn't come back through.
Oh, I didn't do that.
What was the band New World Order?
Oh,
Yeah,
like-
problems
oh,
with last time though.
when you tell me when like some sediment gets into
Cool
the
summer.
into the tap or into the
Well, not sediment, but these whole hops.
one went
it won't
in
come
Like a
through there.
stem or something. Or
yeah.
The sediment will come out.
It's like the keg feels heavy, but I've only got one beer out of it, and I think it's So when will this be ready to drink?
Oh, don't throw it away. I'll drink it.
I mean, a few days.
A few days
So
when it gets cold.
Wednesday, Thursday,
So
weekend. For
so
sure.
the weekend will be good to go for a little harvest party.
Yeah, we'll probably have to check the CO2 on it tomorrow. Kind of see how much went in there, because we might have to put more in there. But
So you don't throw that other stuff away yet.
that stuff's gone. No, I just mean,
You might put more CO2 in.
yeah, might.
Well,
have to.
oh, more CO2. I was thinking you
Okay,
meant
check
more.
it.
I thought you meant more liquid. Okay,
No,
okay. So what's that sediment?
Environment, right? There was a bit where things are kind of
Yeah, that's all just the
forming.
dead yeast
That's all kills.
on the bottom, and then the hops
Yeah,
that we dry hopped in there.
it definitely inhibit it.
So like in China, what would they do with that?
I don't know.
Or in a third world country, what would they do with that?
The amount of alcohol
I don't know. What do you mean?
Right.
I don't know. It just seems like that's a little bit of waste, and I know that.
Bake a pie.
I know some other more. I mean, in Mexico they eat the cow head and brains. So I'm wondering, where in a more developing nation, what do they do with the extra stuff?
I mean, they probably drink it, because that's still beer. It's just not cold or carbonated.
Ah, okay.
It's just flat.
Just yeah, it's beer. Just
flat beer.
flat
But it
beer.
has alcohol in it.
Yeah.
We could drink some of it now
Yeah.
if you didn't want to be a first world waster
Yeah, I want to reduce my carbon footprint. I'm saving that.
by drinking the hop.
Isis would drink that for sure. That's right in her wheelhouse.
Actually,
Actually, you call that. They have doggy everything now. Doggy treats, doggy this, doggy that.
Yeah.
Dog beer. It's the beer that's left at the end of the. Compress those hops into dog bones.
You can have a specialized dog brew.
Oh my God, we're so onto something now.
This is ready.
Lucy, there's some spilled right here. Get them. I think that's some. Okay, so that's it. That's a wrap.
Well, now the
Steve, that's how you brew beer.
Get the hops out of the carboys.
Don't.
You gotta get You gotta get the hops out of the carboys.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be more challenging.